Lights out.
Hello. Have you ever heard of a strange, brooding, wildly beautiful island which few have visited and fewer left alive? It's called Beware Island. There's a cliff on it, high over the water. And there's also... Oh, but let's see, shall we? Lights out.
Girl, are you awake? Girl, are you awake? Can you see anything? Yes. Look. I knew as soon as I heard the music. The will-o'-the-wisp dancing on the cliff. Never did that unless somebody thought it was a human light and went over the cliff to their death. Oh! But there's only us on the island. You, the border, and me. The border. Mr. Grant. Girl, did Mr. Grant go? Girl, where are you? Where? Girl. How many times have I told you not to go wandering in the night? Girl. Was it Mr. Grant on the cliff following the... And it's happened again. He's dead. But why, girl? The island spirits never hurt anyone less than they had to. Mr. Grant was just a visitor come yesterday for his vacation. Why did they kill him?
Oh, there you are, Marina. I thought you'd never get here.
Well, I almost didn't. I had other plans for this afternoon. But I was curious as to what my father wants to use me for this time.
I want you to help save my fortune, that's what. For you as well as for myself. Here. Read that.
Suppose it's the Beware Island Bridge again. It always is when... Oh, no, Dad, not another death.
Yes, the same way, and the night on that cursed island. By an unexplained fall from a cliff, just like Henderson, Marina.
Well, it doesn't say that here. It says Grant had an accident.
I phoned the mainland sheriff. He swears it was an accident.
Couldn't be. Not two men the same way. Someone pushed them over that cliff.
Of course someone did. And do you know what the sheriff said? He said that no one lives on that island but a feeble old woman. Now listen to me, Marina. He also says that there is a flock of evil spirits there.
You mean a hick sheriff is trying to pull wool over the eyes of the great prize club? That's wonderful.
Well, I'm glad you think it's wonderful with every cent I have. In a summer resort project, and the project depending on that bridge. How many engineers do you think will take the job now?
Do they have to know?
Marina, by tomorrow morning. This thing will be on the front page of every newspaper in the country, how two engineers who went north to build the Beware Island Bridge were murdered.
Wait a minute, Dad. I thought Grant was going to pretend he was a tourist.
Oh, he was going to, but evidently somehow someone learned the truth.
Yes. Well, you might as well face it. Beware Island doesn't want to be a summer resort.
It'll be what I want it to be. It's mine. I bought it. And if I propose to dispossess the inhabitants...
Well, you can't very well, can you, if they go on killing and the mainland sheriff covers them?
Well, I'm not licked yet. I can sell it to the Army for a practice bombing base. They wanted a tract of land out at sea.
Well, for heaven's sake, Dad, why don't you?
There'd be no profit in it.
Oh.
But if the bridge were built, making the island accessible at all times to big spenders with cars, no ferries, no questions asked when they come over to drink and gamble at the casino. Don't you see, Marina? There is where the profits lie.
Yes, I see. But what do you want me to do about it? Go and visit your sweet little island to prove someone can and live?
It has been proved, hasn't it? Ian Goff went there last year and lived. Or have you forgotten?
Well, hardly. He was my fiancé then.
He can go there again and live.
Well, he wouldn't. I mean, he's already refused to build the bridge.
He refused because he was bribed to refuse by somebody there. But suppose that today, Marie...
Today?
Yes, I phoned him. He's coming here any minute now. And suppose when he does, I offer him a bigger bribe. With this.
This what?
Contract. For twice the fee I offered him last year.
Dad, I think you're wrong. I never was so sure the bribe was money. Ian doesn't react to money the way we do, and I don't think he'd have taken it then or that he would now.
Nonsense. What do you think the bribe was?
Well, it could have been a woman. Oh, not the feeble old one the sheriff talked about, but a young and beautiful...
No, he was in love with you.
Yeah, before he went there. But when he came back, there was something in him I couldn't cope with. That's really why I broke our engagement. Not his refusal to build the bridge.
I think you're wrong. He loved you. And now he's had a year to miss you, Marina. Don't you suppose you could do something with him about this? For me?
I could try. I wouldn't wonder if I could trick him into this. If you'll let me do it my own way.
Yes? Show him in. What do you want to do?
If things go wrong, leave him alone with me.
Well, Ian, come in. Nice to see you again.
Thanks, Mr. Corbo.
Ian hasn't forgiven me, Dad. I'd better go. But before I do, Ian, may I say I'm sorry about what happened?
Are you? That's very kind of you, Marina.
Yes, I think I've changed. I've had a year to think things over. I've missed you. Where have you been?
South America on a bridge job. I'm just back.
Oh.
Marina, isn't it fortunate for me? I caught him when he was free.
Not entirely, Mr. Corbo. As I told you over the phone, I've been offered a job next month.
But you haven't yet signed the contract.
No.
Well, I don't think you will after you've looked this one over.
Well, I'd like to. You're so mysterious over the phone that... Yes, a great deal of money, mister. To build the Beware Island Bridge.
Oh, Dad,
No,
no.
why not, Marina? It's worth your while now, Ian, isn't
That's
it?
not the point. I thought I explained last year that the island's too beautiful in its natural state to be spoiled by men who want nothing but profit from it.
All men want profit.
If they can have it honorably. But in this case, there's no honor, and I doubt the ultimate profit. To try to change Beware Island, Mr. Corbo, is like trying to outrage nature. I don't think that ever works.
No, you don't. I suppose you're afraid to go then.
I'm not afraid, sir. The island and all its inhabitants are my friends. I know I'm their friend, so I can't take on a job that would destroy them.
All right. Don't. That's all.
Dad, wait a minute. That's no way.
Do you know a better way? If you do, go ahead. Try.
I wish I could try. He's my father. But don't worry, Ian. I won't ask you to build the bridge.
I can't. To destroy that island marina for pure greed, it...
Ian. Ian.
You still don't see how wrong it is, do you?
I'm trying to. But I'm Price Corbeau's daughter, and you must be patient with me about these things because I've been brought up to worship money.
I know you have. How well I know.
I want to be like you. Tell me, Ian, why is this bridge wrong when the other bridges you build are right?
The other bridges go somewhere useful. The Beware Island Bridge would go to a glorified gambling den that your father calls a summer resort.
Ian, why didn't you tell me this last year?
You didn't give me much chance to.
No, I didn't. Wish I had. Ian, don't build the bridge. Leave the island its beauty.
You mean that?
Yes.
Marina, you have changed.
Yes, I have. When it's too late. When you've stopped loving me.
I never stopped loving you. I tried, but I couldn't.
Oh, Ian.
Marina. Marina, you mean you'll have me now and all the things I stand for?
I'll have you. And as for the things you stand for, take me to Beware Island, let me see its beauty, meet its people.
Oh, I will, darling, when we're married.
Oh, no, now, tonight. Couldn't we start tonight?
Yes, but honey...
After all, we'd be chaperoned on the island, wouldn't we?
But your father would...
I'll handle him. I can do that. But you mustn't be here. So go make the arrangements for the trip now.
And let you face him alone?
It's better that way, darling.
All right.
Ian.
Hmm? I'll phone you at home in an hour.
Well? What are you doing?
Taking the contract to Beware Island? I'll bring it back. Signed. By my fiancé, Mr. Garth.
Now, what's going through that pretty little head of yours?
Don't quite know how I'm going to manage it yet, Dad. I shan't know till I meet all the inhabitants he so kindly mentioned. But when I've met them, I'll know what to do about them and about him. And I'll win. You wait and see. I'll win.
Upon my soul. I don't believe it.
Hello, Mrs. Paxton. It's Ian Garth.
Mr. Garth! Girl, do you hear that? It's Mr. Garth. He's come back to see us. Oh, dearie, I'm so glad.
I'm so glad, too, Mrs. Paxton. Oh, and I brought you a new friend. This is my fiancée, Miss Marina Corbeau.
And I'm...
Corbeau! That's the name of the man who wants to build a bridge.
Yes, this is his daughter. But she's on our side, not his.
You don't want the bridge built, miss?
Oh, of course not. Not if the island is anywhere near as beautiful as Mr. Garth says it is.
We'll sure, won't we, Mrs. Paxton? Well, now, can you put us up for a day or two?
Well, yes, I think so. If your young lady don't mind sharing my room.
Fine, I'll get the bags.
Won't you sit down, miss? You must be tired after your long trip.
I suppose I am. So, this is the famous cottage on the famous island where everything is very, very beautiful. Ah! What's that?
What, miss? Oh, you mean the...
Girl. Why, girl, in all the excitement, I didn't notice you. Forgive me.
Well, is her name really Girl?
No one knows, Marina. You see, she can't talk. She's a waif who showed up here one night, and Mrs. Patchen took her in.
I've never been sorry, miss. She's good company.
Well, I suppose she is, for you. But hardly for anyone else, huh? No, this is definitely not the siren of Beware Island. The what? The beautiful woman who lives here. There is one, isn't there, Mrs. Patchen?
Not less than you mean a spirit, miss.
What?
One of the spirits that Mr. Garth will have told you about.
Well, Mr. Garth didn't quite dare try that one on me, but you tell me about the evil spirits who go around killing people.
They don't, Marina. They're natural spirits, not evil spirits who kill.
I forgot you didn't know, Ian. 2 men, 2 engineers sent by my father this summer were killed by spirits. Weren't they, Mrs. Patchen?
I don't know. All I can say is that on both nights I saw the will-o'-the-wisp on that cliff with her lantern lit.
Oh, is that the... Ah!
Girl,
Girl, go back to your place.
She didn't
Scared
mean
us
to,
about
Marina.
young lady.
She didn't mean to.
She meant to you, Alder. You're trying to frighten me.
Oh, nonsense. It's just getting dark and... Could we have some light, Mrs. Patchen?
Yes, dearie.
Then you'll see everything's all right. And you'll forgive me. Poor, harmless girl. Look at her.
Oh, well, in the light, I admit she looks more like a bundle of rags.
Don't laugh at her. Be kind.
Oh, very well, I'll be kind. You know, you'd be rather nice looking, really, if you dressed like a human being and show your hair. Now, why on earth do you cover your hair with that? Oh! Mr. Goff, what's the matter?
The girl tried to strike her.
Girl.
Do you know why she did that, Mrs. Patchen?
Well, there's nights when the girl's restless, Mr. Garth. When she knows they're outside.
Who's outside?
The spirits.
Mrs. Patchen, I think we frightened Miss Corbeau enough.
Oh, do you, Ian? Well, so do I. I think I've been frightened about all I'm going to be. You poor fool.
Marina.
You and your creeping girl and your stupid old hag to back you up. Well, there comes a point, my dear good people, when you try too hard to frighten somebody and then it doesn't work.
Marina.
Marina, you're so surprised, aren't you? You thought I'd changed. You thought I was so much in love with you that you could just trick me into believing anything about this island. Well, you should know I'm better at tricking than at being tricked.
You mean you came...
Oh, yes, dear. I came here to trick you into signing that contract. And you know what? I thought it was going to take time. Thought I'd have to find out who's here. Meet the beautiful woman who waits in the night with a lantern for your love. But that's when I thought you were honest, Ian. You're a cheap phony, and I can deal with you. Ian.
What?
How would you like to have this island sold to the Army as a practice bombing base?
As a what?
Yes, they're looking for one. Of course, there are other really uninhabited places, and Dad doesn't want the Ware Island destroyed by a bomb.
Bombs, no, Miss,
What's the matter with you? You'll be evacuated first. But the spirits won't, poor things, and how tough that'll be on them, won't it, Ian? That is, if Dad has to sell.
If he has to sell.
Yes. All this beauty blasted into the sea. Unless, of course, darling, you'd rather build the bridge.
It depends on that.
It depends on that.
All right. I once said I'd never do anything to cause the destruction of this island. Since I must one way or the other, I can at least save something. I'll build the bridge.
And sign the contract?
Yes.
Now, what's the matter?
Death, Miss. Death came close just then.
It's waiting for me, Mrs. Patchen. I'll go to meet it. Gladly.
Good night, girl. Don't go out. You can't help. Stay here.
No, Miss, no. It's the one of the worst. Nonsense. The woman. I'm not afraid. Wait. I said I was coming. Wait for me.
I'm so scared. Girl, come close to me. Girl, where are you? Her. It was her that killed twice to save the island. And will again this night. Yes, there she goes. Mr. God.
Where's that music coming from? It's all over the island. I tried to find it.
On the cliff, the will-o'-the-wisp, with their young lady after her.
Marina. Oh, no.
Marina!
She got her! To the top of the cliff now. She mustn't follow a step too far. Ah! She's gone over. She's dead. To save the island. To save you.
In case you're planning to visit an island, I'd suggest that you find out if there's a will-o'-the-wisp about. And if so, lock your door at night.
NBC Television.